Do you close like a beast? Do you prospect like a beast? Do you market like a beast? Do you present like a beast? Do you pitch like a beast? Do you live like a beast? And do you dominate like a beast? Welcome to Tom Talk, everyone. Go to mycoachondemand.com and you will be a beast. That's where you get on board with the beast movement. This is another episode of Tom Talk. Thanks for joining. Where every week I bring you the tools to dominate your market, dominate your thinking, dominate your sales. Tweet your questions to @Tom_Ricciuti. Use the hashtag TomTalk. We are broadcasting live from ITT Tech, as always, here in Youngstown, Ohio. I want to give a big shout out to the staff here. They do a lot for us. They give us great support here. So check out ITT-tech.edu. They do a lot for area businesses. Wherever you're watching from, there's an ITT close to you, so definitely check them out. They do a lot of great stuff for area businesses and the community. So I'd like to give a big shout out to the staff here for helping us out and letting us broadcast here. We love it here. Today I have a special guest with me. I'll be bringing him on shortly, so hang in there. Quicksand, available at products.tomricciuti.com. You get the hardback version or the audiobook version, which is an MP3 download. We also have Close Like a Beast audiobook, the MP3. Products.tomricciuti.com. Go there and get yourself the information you need to keep yourself at beast levels of action. Keep yourself pumped up and ready to go every day, because your competition isn't. So if you do it, you're just going to squash them. You're going to squash them like a bug on a pavement. Get everything you need at products.tomricciuti.com to get it in your head and get out there in the marketplace and just smoke it. That's what this is all about. That's what the whole beast movement is all about, is to keep you pumped up, keep you energized, keep you positive, keep you out of the quicksand. And I bring that information to you every week here on Tom Talk. Now, we still are looking for more great people. We're getting some great responses from all of our ads. We're looking to hire more people to work with us. This beast movement is it's gaining global attention, which is the whole point of this show today, is to explain to people who don't know what the beast movement is. We're going to go over it. But we're still looking for great people. We need more people to help us with this. We've got reps now all over the country. We're looking to go global with this thing, which we're getting some resumes from places like South Africa, the UK. It's just great. This thing's just blowing up, all because people are getting the gist of this beast movement. They want to be involved with something that just helps them conquer their own thinking and keep themselves positive and get them out there doing more in life. It's a lifestyle, everyone. It's a purpose. It's a movement. That's what the beast movement is. And when I bring on my special guest, we're going to talk about where this got created, how it got created, what it's doing for people. We're going to cover all that. But if you're stuck in a crap career and you want more out of life, send a video to tom@tomricciuti.com. You know, send resumes, send whatever you want. Just send me something. Get my attention. You can tweet me at @Tom_Ricciuti. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm easy to find. But get my attention and say, hey, I want to be a beast. I want to be a beast ambassador and get on this movement and help you grow this thing. There's a lot of money to be made here, and you're going to help other people do better for themselves. It's a great opportunity, so get in touch with me. Get my attention. Say, hey, I want in, and we'll get you moving. This Thursday, April 16th, we are doing another Close Like a Beast webinar. This is a free online webinar at 2 p.m. on Thursday the 16th. Go to closelikeabeast.com to register. I'm going to cover a bunch of stuff. For those of you who have not seen this webinar, I highly recommend it. Why? Because I'm biased? No, because I know it works. I've got people telling me, man, this stuff is great, and it's really jacking me up and giving me the info I need. So get on this webinar, closelikeabeast.com. It's free. It's at 2 o'clock this Thursday. Don't miss it. I'm going to be talking about things like the 7 secrets most salespeople never, ever learn. I'm going to go over the 4 response types, the combo you have to deal with, the 15 rules of closing. All of that stuff is in here. So make sure you're there. Thursday, 2 o'clock, online webinar. closelikeabeast.com. Go there and register. All right. Now, the wait is finally over. Who do I have? I have Michael Stephen. I'm going to bring him on. Come on, Mike. What's happening, my man?
What's going on?
Hey, everybody. This is Michael Stevens. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
This is my brand strategist, Follow him at Michael Steven. This guy has the goods for your strategy, for your online strategy, for your production needs. He's been doing, we've been working together for 4 or 5 years now.
Been a while.
And you see what he does for me. He can do this for you. Get in touch with him at Michael Steven on Twitter. How else can they find you?
Michael Steven LA. And that's Steven with a PH, by the way, not a V.
Oh, there is an LA on there.
There
That's
is
right,
an
because
LA.
you're all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
That's right. Michael Steven LA. All right, cool. Now, we're going to talk about the Beast Movement.
Awesome.
I want people to know, you know as well as I do, we get a lot of people saying, this is cool stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
People are into it,
Love
especially
the
on
energy.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter's blowing up on it. I mean, it's great. I'm loving it. And people are they're just drawn to it. How did it get started? Tell everybody how this thing got created when we were just sitting around working on stuff.
Well, we were sitting around and we decided that there's too many people out there that are kind of feeling down in the dumps. There are too many people coasting through life that need that motivation, that inspiration, that something to reach for and to aspire to be. And we were trying to figure out what that was. Well, what is that person who goes out and just knocks it out of the park, does everything at max levels? Mm-hmm. And we said, well, they would be a beast. That would make them a beast. They would be doing everything like a beast. They'd be closing like a beast, prospecting like a beast, selling like a beast, dominating like a beast.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it all came into play, is we wanted something that would motivate people to reach their full potential. And it all started with quicksand, getting out of that negativity trap and getting out of that negative way of thinking, which is available at products.tomricciuti.com. If you want it. You also got the audiobook, too, that you could buy for an MP3.
Sing the gospel,
download.
brother. Sing the gospel.
So check that out. But it all starts with that, because you got to get your head right. You got to get out of the negative thinking, start thinking positively, and then you got to start doing things at beast level.
Yeah, it all starts in your head, folks. If you're thinking the wrong thoughts, which it's human nature to get negative.
We all get that way.
We all get that way.
Even us, even here and there. We get that way, and it's easy to do.
It is easy, especially when you start to get more action.
And I know people who are the quicksand. So
yeah, there are people that really make the definition of quicksand. They're the quicksand you fall into.
Yeah, really.
But those are extreme cases, but the beast movement can help get them out of there.
Absolutely.
And that's why he just told you we were looking for something that would help everyone, even if you're not in business.
Yeah, if you have a job, if you're flipping burgers at McDonald's,
doesn't
it's for
matter.
you too. We want you to do that like a beast. Hone it.
Do it at your top level, because it's going to expand opportunities for you. You're going to create opportunities for yourself within your job.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be more valuable to whoever you're working for.
Yeah.
So this is
you're
for
going to go
employees.
further.
Yeah, if it's employees, owners. If you own your own business, you own multiple businesses, or you're an employee working for somebody, it doesn't matter.
It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
you have to live it.
Yeah.
I mean, whether you're a parent, whether you're in school, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to do them at the max levels that you can possibly do. And when you get to that level that you think, wow, I'm really doing it, I'm really killing it right now, you have to tell yourself that you're still not doing enough. And you have to continue to take it to the next level from there. So it's all about finding ways to do more.
And it's all about potential.
Yeah.
Because we all have it.
We all have it. It's all inside us.
But the quicksand will stop you from unleashing it, because it starts in your mind.
The quicksand will devour you.
Yeah, just
it'll eat you alive.
Pulls you right under, and that's when you get stuck.
And most of the time, you don't even know it. Is the sad part. Yep. And it pulls you in, and you don't even realize that you're falling into the quicksand, but you are.
Yep.
And that's what really hurts you. Sometimes it takes another person to say, hey, this is what you've been doing.
Yeah, we're the last ones to see it.
Yeah.
It comes across on the phone, comes across when you're talking to somebody in person. If you're just at a cocktail party or a networking event, you can come across negative without purposely doing it.
Absolutely.
And that's where I really, really concentrate when I coach people. That's the first place I'm looking for, is where's your negativity that you don't know about, because other people see it like a big billboard. Mm-hmm. But we're the last ones to see it.
It's crystal clear to other people.
Yeah, everybody just sees it.
You see it a mile away. And it's toxic. It not only hurts you and affects what you're going to do and where you're going to go, but it brings other people down too. So you're just bringing them down to where you're going. And that's not the best way to handle the situation.
No, most people will run away from you if you're negative. Yeah. I'd like to see more people.
If you find yourself with fewer and fewer friends as time goes on, maybe there's something that needs to be evaluated.
Yeah, you got to look in the mirror but you got to read the book.
You got to get the book first.
Because it's sad if you get the information out there, but you don't use it. Then I just got to wonder, what's your future worth to you? This is $15.
Yeah.
People will spend $15 to
everything.
Yeah, to get their head right, so everything else, you can go through any coaching program in the world that you want, or any kind of a training program, whether it's for business, sports, life, no matter what you're learning. If you've got a bad attitude and the quicksand's driving that, now you have low confidence and fear. That's what quicksand feeds on. So how are you going to unleash your full potential when the quicksand has you trapped? You can't move forward.
No.
You just can't do it. So that's what the Beast movement is really about, and I think it's really, I mean, we just actually launched it this January.
Well, actually, it's been in February. It was the beginning of February is when we first started using Beast and throwing Beast out there.
Wow.
And ever since then, people have they've been catching on, they've been digging it, and Twitter's been blowing up. I mean, we get tweets all the time from people saying, we dig what you're doing, we love it, it's inspiring us to do more, and that just makes us feel awesome.
Oh, we love it because we're a part of it too.
Yeah.
We're part of something that's bigger than ourselves, and I think a lot of people want this, they need it, and they're excited about it. So go to, follow me at Tom Ricciuti, follow Mike at Michael Stephen LA.
M. Stephen LA.
Jeez Louise, how many Twitter handles you got?
Well, according to you, 50.
Okay, well, yeah, there might be a few more you're going to have to pop up there, but M. Stephen LA.
M. Stephen LA.
Okay, M. Stephen LA.
That's PH, not a V in Stephen.
Jeez Louise,
we'll get it. Well, by the end of this episode, we'll get it. We'll get it right. But, yeah, the Beast movement is all about just basically, and it says it on your Twitter bio, I believe, abandoning average thinking.
Yep.
I mean, if you have this average mentality where you're just like, oh, I'm just gonna make average money. I'm just gonna, I'm okay with my paycheck that I'm getting, and you don't want to go anywhere. If you don't have any, goals or anywhere that you're trying to strive to be,
but
it doesn't have to be financial either.
Are people really? They may say that, but are they really okay with it?
They might just be telling themselves that.
I think so.
They're just trying to make themselves feel better about where they are.
How could you say that? Well, I make enough money, and I pay the bills. I can survive. I can get by, and I'm happy.
I just think it's something that we tell ourselves when we get to a certain point where we know things aren't where we want to be, and other people ask, "Well, how you doing?" I'm doing good. That's just your natural response. I'm doing great. Oh yeah, I'm paying the bills. Well, who wants to just be paying the bills?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fun.
No, how are you going to help other people if you can barely pay for yourself? I mean, that's
so
the whole idea to make more money is to help other people.
Yeah, so that's what being a beast is.
Now, with a good attitude, you can help people.
Yeah.
You can help them become more positive, but you've got to take more action in your life because it's there. Well, why not?
And if nothing else, your positive attitude is just going to rub off on other people. If that's the only impression that you make on them, they're just going to feel it. They're going to feel that energy, and they're like, wow, this guy, he's got it going on. He's very positive all the time. He's got good advice. I mean, you're going to be the go-to person for whatever it is that you do.
Yeah, you're going to drive opportunity without even trying.
Yeah, it just
people are just attracted to people with great attitudes. Now, we've all met those people that have fake positive attitudes.
Oh yeah,
and that's not what we're talking about here. This is
don't be fake. We don't want you to be genuine.
A real attitude, because we all go through problems in life. Life's not meant to be easy. Business is not meant to be easy. It's not written anywhere where it's supposed to be fair and easy. It just isn't. So we all need help. We're all rowing the same boat. We need information. We need to be working with people and being around people who are addicted to wanting us to be successful as well as them, because you get in those kinds of circles, everybody wins.
Yeah.
So you got to look at who you're hanging around with too. You hang around with a bunch of people who are always negative no matter what, guess what's going to happen?
What's that you always say? If you're hanging around with the turkeys, you can't soar with the eagles, or
that's
something
it.
like that?
Yeah, you can't fly with the eagles if you hang around with the turkeys, because it'll pull you down.
Yeah.
It'll pull you down with the people who are already in the quicksand. They want company.
Oh, misery loves company.
Yeah, but if you got a good attitude and you've got the information you need and you're working hard every day on yourself first, you can help pull those people out of the quicksand. That's where you can help them. It's very vital to get your head right first before you try to learn any kind of skill. Because are you really going to learn it?
No.
No, you're just not.
And you got to be careful with other people too, because I get this all the time. They're like, "Mike, you're working too hard. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you stop working so much?" I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when somebody's trying to tell me that I'm working too hard, because in my mind, you can never be working too hard.
No, you got to put the effort in.
And it's usually them who's sipping a beer.
Yep.
At the end of the day, or many beers in some cases.
Could be. Could be.
Or hanging out at the bars, or doing things they shouldn't be doing when they could be doing more productive things, whether it's with their family. And again, it's not all about finances.
No.
It could be with your business, with your family, whatever you want to do better at, whatever it is that your goal is to do better at. You can't do those things if you're wasting time, playing video games, drinking beer, whatever the case is.
Now, once in a while, you need a break.
You do. It's good to take a little break here and there.
But not enough for 6 months.
No.
I know people can't get through an 8-hour day.
Yeah,
and they come home, they sit in front of the TV and like, wow, I worked so hard. And you're looking at them and you're like, are you kidding me?
I love the people who we used to, when we saw somebody at an office, they would always used to rush to the, when it would get to 5 p.m., they would just rush out.
Oh, yeah, by
People were
5:01,
like
the place
that.
was empty.
5:01, the place was empty. It was just,
No.
sometimes we would go outside just to watch that take place. And at 5 p.m., it was like clockwork with these people. They would just all be scattered into the parking lot.
Yeah, we had already
Couldn't
been
wait
there
to
10 hours, and we were there for 4 or 5
Yeah, we were
more
gonna stay
hours.
till 8 or
and
9
we're
p.m.
working and just getting things done. And
That's what it takes.
now, if you have a family and you have kids, there are responsibilities you have, which makes it even more important to work harder when you can. Because now it really becomes a time crunch.
Yeah.
You have got to schedule yourself so when you are at work, jack it up a notch.
Yeah, don't be playing around
So
on
when you
Facebook
can get
during
on
work.
Yeah, I mean, you need to get somebody else to do your social media. You can write everything for it, but hand that off to somebody who knows really what they're doing with it. Because you need to be out there selling. You need to be out there prospecting, talking to people. There are geniuses out there like Mike who they'll just do it for you. You just give them the tweets.
Yeah.
Give them the posts. Tell them this is what I want. This is the kind of brand I'm looking for. He'll put the rest together and just do it up. There you go.
And if you do have to do Facebook or Twitter on your own, that's fine. But just don't be spending time on those social platforms, leaving comments on your brother-in-law's pictures. Not during the workday. Leave that for work. If you're going to use social media during the workday, use it for work.
It's got to be for work.
Plus, your boss doesn't want to see you commenting on photos of God knows what.
No, you're wasting time. You're spending his money. You're wasting his
your
or
time.
her money. I mean, it's just how it is. So make social media work for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
The social part of it, do it at home later when
later
there's
on.
nothing at stake. That's great.
And post about your dog and post some pictures and stuff.
Yeah, because that's all cool stuff.
Yeah, we want to know about that.
People want to know. They want to keep in touch with
Everyone
you.
loves cat photos.
Yeah, I mean that grumpy cat.
You
thing.
sent me the
Oh
I
man, is
forgot
that
about that.
hilarious? I was rolling this morning, but that's at 5 in the morning. I can't go walk into somebody's office at 5 in the morning. Most people aren't there.
I feel like the grumpy cat sometimes.
So sometimes you are the grumpy cat, but sometimes
it
we
is.
all are because life throws curveballs and we don't see them all. They hit us right in the melon.
It's the quicksand. Even if it's only for a temporary amount of time, we could fall right into it, and we can get ourselves right back out. But we'll drift into it here and there.
But you got to be aware of it.
Yeah.
And this will make you aware. Tells you where the signs are, what they are.
What to look for. Yeah.
Yeah, and then how to deal with it, how to get out of the past, of your bad past, and move forward, and then keep your eyes open for when it does hit you.
Especially for the audiobook, that's something that you can take, and you say this all the time about turning your car into a university.
Sure.
And that's what I love doing too. I listen to Cardone's stuff and Michael Burt's and some other people's and yours, Quicksand. I
There's
listen
so
to all
much
this
good
stuff in the
stuff
car, and it just gets you jacked up. Right before a meeting, right before our Tom Talks, whatever it is that we're doing, get you jacked up and in the right mindset to do those things.
That's exactly right, and you should be doing that when you're going and getting ready to pick the phone up to make a prospecting call. If you're going to call a client, if you're going to go set up a meeting, when you're in the meeting. It's all about work. If you're working with a group of people on a project, you all know if there's a negative Nelly in the bunch. They stand out like a sore thumb. You can't have that. It'll drag your whole company down.
Yeah.
So it's really important
It's a cancer.
that everybody gets their hands on this, and at least they can be aware of it so when it does hit, they're ready for it. Remember, follow me at Tom Ricciuti, and follow this one.
At M. Stephen, L.A.
There we go. There. That's
one of my 50.
That's the formula. Yeah, let's use that one for now.
We'll use that one, and we'll scrap the rest of them.
Yeah, why don't you get
The rest
rid
of
of
them
those?
aren't
Because
working. I'll delete them today.
You're just confusing the heck out of
It
me.
does get confusing having all those laying around. But and Quicksand is one of those things where it's not one of the, and I don't believe any really book is something that you only read once.
Right.
You don't buy a book and then read it once, especially Quicksand. We fall into the Quicksand, every single day sometimes.
Sure.
Even if it's only for a few seconds, we get there. Like the human mind's a crazy phenomenon. We'll find a way to be negative in some way.
Yep.
And so this helps you just drag yourself back out of it.
Yeah.
And same thing with Close Like a Beast. That helps you.
Yeah, how are you going to close like a beast? How are you going to do anything like a beast if you've got the wrong mindset? It doesn't work.
No. You
So this is
can't
a
expect
1-2
to
punch.
either. I mean,
You've got to get your head right, then you've got to take the action. But you're ready to take the action.
because that'll
with your
come
head right.
across to the prospect or the client.
Sure it
They'll
does.
see
Comes
that a
right
mile
out.
away.
Sure.
If you're negative, or if you don't actually believe in what you're doing or what you're selling, that'll come across instantly.
Instantly, there's no
Whether
delay.
that's through your body movement, your facial expressions, it'll come through if it's not coming through with your words.
And it will come through with your words. I mean, it just will. But there's a lot of other ways it comes through.
And who wants to do business with somebody like that? That's just not going to happen. You won't
they're
get
not,
the business.
They're not going to because they're uncertain. It just breeds uncertainty. And here's the thing that most people don't get about quicksand and negativity is that negativity spreads like a cancer. It's a terminal illness. And if you're around somebody who's negative and you can't turn them to being positive and trying to show them the light, and you hang around them all the time and all they are negative all the time, we all know somebody like that.
Yeah. We got somebody.
Then you've got to try to get them turned. But if for some reason you just can't,
We can only go so far.
then you send them the book and then say, hey, look, when you get your head right, give me a call, we'll hang out.
And there's some people that you can't help. You can only go so far, and you can try to help somebody,
Yep.
but they have to be at least somewhat willing to help themselves.
Right.
If they're not, then they're just not going to do it.
But you got to give the effort out.
Yeah, you have to absolutely
It's better
try.
to try, and then you maybe if you can't get them out of that quicksand, you've tried.
Yeah.
It's more than most people will do. Most people just run away from them.
Yep. Yeah, you got to give it a shot.
Or they'll make a membership club, and then you got a whole bunch of negative people in one area. And man, that's just
Bring the whole company
disaster.
down. Well, companies are destroyed like that. I mean, look
They
at
are.
Circuit City.
yeah, they're just
Well, sometimes these big companies, they all get, what's the word? They all get satisfied. They all get comfortable.
complacent and- and
They all get
lazy
comfortable. They're like, oh, well, we made it. We're making millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and look, they're gone now.
yeah, they take their eye
Poof.
off the ball.
Take your eye off the ball and
Yep.
poof, they're gone. You know,
I
the
don't-
same thing could happen to other
I
companies.
don't think they weren't towards the end there. They weren't executing at beast levels.
No, they absolutely weren't. And I remember walking in to buy like a DVD, and you couldn't find an employee to help you. Or
Sure.
you couldn't find anybody to help you with anything. You'd look around and you see a couple employees talking in the corner over there, and you're like, well, this is why they're going to go out of business.
Right.
And you don't know it then, but looking back, you're like, well,
Well,
it
it
was right
happened
in
to
front
us.
of them.
Happened to us at Best Buy.
Yeah.
We were buying some production equipment. We couldn't find anybody. Every time we talked to somebody, they said, "Well, I'm on break," or "I can't help you," or maybe that person. And we're looking at each other like, "Are you kidding? We can't." I had to write the blog about it. Will somebody please take my money?
Which you should definitely check out.
I couldn't get it. We were standing there looking at each other like, "What? We got to beg people to take our money?"
We did pretty much.
Yeah, and it's sad. There's
You know, and
opportunity
their sales are down Best
everywhere.
Buy, so that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, they've got to get it right. I mean, they just have to. And the bigger your company is, the more
It's easy.
the more susceptible you are to negativity. It's spreading around the company. And all of a sudden, really quickly, you've got a bad culture brewing, and that's just not good. So first step is get out of the quicksand. Then get on the beast movement so you know what to do to take all of your levels up a notch to a beast level. And if you can get in that lifestyle and in that way of thinking, everything gets better
Because
because you're really moving.
Absolutely. If you really work hard enough, you can have absolutely everything that you want out of life. I hate people who tell me that, oh, you can't have everything that you want. I absolutely can have everything I want.
Yep.
I can have a great life with my family. I can have a great life in business. I can have success wherever I want to see success in.
Yep.
It's just all about putting in the time and the effort to have success in all of those areas.
Yep.
You have to treat them all, with a great deal of respect, and you have to put a lot of effort into it.
It's a ton of effort, and you're not going to do it if you're not thinking right.
No.
When you're in that negativity trap, you're just
Stay
not
out of the
gonna think
quicksand.
right. That's it. I mean, it's got to be done. Okay, more about the beast movement. What would you tell people? What would be the first step if somebody's watching this saying, you know what, it's the first time I'm hearing about this beast movement, I like it. What's the first thing you would tell them to do?
Well, they got to evaluate themselves. Like, how are you? Like, do a kind of, well, this book actually helps you do that, kind of do a self-evaluation of
Yeah.
how you are. Cheap plugs, I know, but it does help you do a self-assessment of where you are, your attitude, because you need to get your attitude right.
Yep.
So evaluate where you are. Maybe you already are a positive person, and you're just, you are the light that just attracts people to you, and you're always positive, and that's great. But maybe you're not. Maybe you read this book or you listen to it on audio, and you're like, I do fit some of those characteristics of someone who's maybe too negative. So got to get that taken care of first. And maybe you need to talk to somebody. This would be a great guy to talk to.
I am a great guy to talk to. I have to agree with that.
Yeah, I bet you would. Smile. And no, he helps get my head right sometimes. We can all go that route and get a little negative, and then you just need somebody to bring you back up. And that's what a coach, Michael Burt says everyone needs a coach in life, and I couldn't agree with that more.
Well, I mean,
everybody
both.
does need a coach in life. So
Everybody does.
in all areas, not
Yeah.
just business, but
Yeah, I've
whatever
had
it is.
plenty of them, and boy, they really help. I mean, it's just somebody you can count on that's got your back, that's looking at things from a different angle.
But number one is you have to take a self-assessment of where you are. You have to be honest with yourself, too. You can't sugarcoat it. You can't say, well, I'm mostly positive. You have to be 100% honest with yourself about where you are with your attitude, and also what levels of action you're taking and what you're trying to do. Maybe you have a job. Maybe you're working at McDonald's. Maybe you're working at an insurance agency. Maybe you have a business, doing whatever. you have to figure out what it is you're doing and are you doing enough. Chances are you aren't, and you need to figure out why and how you can do more to get to where you're going. Because you can't be satisfied with just average. I mean, that's just not, it's not going to, you don't want an average lifestyle. It's going to lead to an average paycheck, going to make you live an average life and then end up in the average grave. Is that what you say?
That's how I say it.
I tried to rattle that off.
And that's not, it's not a fun way to go, because
No, you don't want to end up in the average
people
grave.
can tell you they're happy being average, but
No,
deep down they're really not, because that's not what we're put on the earth for.
It's a story we tell ourselves. So
Yeah, and that's I think that's a form of quicksand. Those thoughts get in our head and say, well, it's okay. It makes us feel better. It's like self-medicating. It's just not a good thing to do. So if you're looking to get on this beast movement, go to dominatelikeabeast.com. That's a great
follow
place
us on
to start.
Twitter. We got tons of stuff there all the time.
Oh, there's tons of stuff on
tons
Twitter.
of motivational stuff. We share a lot of blogs, we do a lot of Tom Talk shorts,
Oh, yeah.
which are much shorter, condensed versions of these, 1 to 2 minutes, just to help you with different topics, from things like, secrets to success in business, to sales, why salespeople fail. I mean, we just got tons of resources, information for you that we're putting out there for you. You just got to go find it and grab it and follow it.
Yeah, it's easy to find. It's on Twitter. You go
We're on
to YouTube.
we're pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, you can't.
And dominatelikeabeast.com is the hub. It's the beast.
That is the hub.
Headquarters.
That's where I would start. If you're brand new to Tom Talk and brand new to me, brand new to the Beast movement, I'd go to dominatelikeabeast.com and check it out.
Subscribe
That's
on YouTube.
Everything. Yes. Subscribe.
YouTube.tomricciuti.com, and also subscribe on iTunes. And to do that, just go to itunes.tomricciuti.com.
Yeah, because when you're doing this all the time on a regular basis, you can't help but succeed. You just can't help it. But you've got to make that commitment to yourself. So you close like a beast and sell like a beast, our new show that got picked up on CFF Nation. Being anything having to do with a beast, it's about yourself first. So when I say close like a beast, yeah, you want to close deals and at beast levels. You want to sell deals. You want to prospect all the time. You want to be on your game all the time. That's the beast levels. But it starts with yourself, right? You got to get yourself right first. Close yourself on being a beast. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do what it takes, and I'm going to work hard, and I'm going to sacrifice. Matt Monero says, the 3 points of where you are in life. You're in poverty first, then you're in accumulation, and then you're rich. So get in accumulation mode. Doesn't matter if you're poor right now, because you can change that. That's what the beast, the whole movement is all about, is let us help you get out of that way of thinking. Even if you're in accumulation mode and you're stacking and racking some paper, and you're getting some money together, but there's more in you and you're looking to do more, let's take it up another notch.
And you might find out, some people who do this self-assessment might find out, well, I can't really close myself on what I'm doing. Well, and we got some Tom Talk shorts on that and everything, but maybe it has to do with you can't close yourself because you don't believe in either A, your company, your product or your service, or you don't believe in yourself. It's one of those 3 things that you're lacking confidence of, or it's a combination of them.
Yeah, or all 3.
Or all 3. Yeah, you don't want to.
If you're really.
Yeah, you got a lot of work to do. But
you're behind
it's
the 8
possible.
ball, yeah. It could be all 3. I see it out there. I mean, I work with a lot of businesses, and I work with a lot of salespeople.
So it's going to be tough to get past that stage and close yourself on what you're doing if you're having troubles in one of those areas.
Sure.
So it might be time to make a change if that's the case.
Yep. Yeah, and if you just get in touch with me and ask me some questions. You can call me at 330-717-2241. Find me at Tom Ricciuti on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn.
Email tom@tomricciuti.com.
Yeah, you can email me. Just get in touch with me and say, hey, look, I want to take the next step here, but I'm not sure how to do it. That's what I'm here for. That's what a coach does.
And I always see you helping people on Twitter. People reach out to you all the time. You're always dishing out free advice and everything, and you're happy to talk with people. And and that's what it's all about. We're all here to help each other.
Yeah.
So reach out.
Reach out.
Send a tweet. Send an email. Call them. Calling would be even better.
Doesn't cost a penny.
No.
Because if I can't help you, I'm not going to charge you. I'm going to tell you I can't help you. If you're so far gone, then I just can't help you. But I'm going to try. I'm not going to charge you for that. I don't charge for that kind of stuff. I know coaches that do. I think it's ridiculous. I don't. Call me. Just let's have a conversation and see if we can get you out of the quicksand. Because if we can, and I can help you get moving, you'll be more than happy to employ me to help you get even more of it, because it becomes addictive. Once you get on that cycle and you start closing more deals and setting more meetings and getting more opportunities and creating more opportunities, you start to get addicted to that. And you look back and you think, oh, wow, I wasn't doing anything before. No wonder I was hurting. and you start to get in this cycle, and you're like, okay, now let's really step on that gas pedal.
And with
We got to get you in that motion.
And with enough action, with whatever it is you're doing, whether it's family, business, your job, with enough action, you will most certainly see results. You can't take beast levels of action and not see results. It's impossible.
Yeah, that'd be like working out a whole bunch and not seeing some kind of a change.
Something that I need to do
yeah.
more of. You brought up a really, really sore spot there. But
Yeah, well,
we're gonna get
you know,
to. I gotta work out like a beast.
That's right.
That's the one thing I had.
Yeah, you can use this beast movement, this whole attitude for everything.
Yeah,
you're going to go to the gym like a beast. Don't go there and just say, okay, I got to do this for 20 minutes. No, get your head right.
Somebody reached out to either you or me on Twitter once and said that this whole beast movement has helped them drop some weight.
Yep.
I mean, so it's just like, that wasn't even our original intention, but we think that that's awesome. I mean, this beast movement can be applied to literally any area of your life.
Right.
You're trying to lose weight, get in shape, get more muscular, whatever it is, it's an attitude. It's a lifestyle, and like you said earlier, it's a movement.
It really is a movement. I mean, it's getting global attention. And I think that's why there's a lot of people.
Brazil, England, Canada,
South Africa,
Australia. I mean, how awesome is that to hear from these different people that we're reaching out to them, we're touching them in some way.
In 2 months.
In 2 months, yeah. So
I keep thinking it was January, but you're right. We really didn't launch it until February.
No, it was February where we first uttered the word beast.
Wow, time just goes when you're busy. So you want to be busy, but you want to be busy doing the right things. So you're still going to need the skill set to go along with it, but let's get your head right first. If you're trying to learn a skill and you've got the wrong attitude, it's not going to work. Another place to go is mycoachondemand.com. Check out that page. There's a platform that I have, a coaching platform, that is a dynamite way to get yourself going and keep yourself focused on exactly what is going on. That's mycoachondemand.com.
That's consistent training, because all winning teams that have made it to the Super Bowl, that have made it to any type of major championship, had what behind them? They had a winning coach. And without a winning coach, you can't have a winning team. It takes a team effort across the board, especially, and it starts with the coach.
Yeah, it really does.
You need somebody guiding you to the finish line, guiding you to.
Because who's the first one fired if the team doesn't get there?
That'd be the coach.
Yeah, he's gone. So you've got all these teams will always look for these coaches that have winning formulas.
And I love that other analogy you use with players don't practice just once a week or something for the game, or what's that phrase that you usually use?
I have a ton of them. Tons. But you make the practice harder so the game becomes easier.
Yeah.
So if you're making your practice harder, which is training, whether it's a game, whether it's business, when you get in the game, if the practices become harder, the game is just now very easy. And that's why conditioning, whether for sport or for business, is so important. It's just vital. And it amazes me how many people just won't invest in themselves to do that when the return is absolutely incredibly huge. I mean, it's just huge.
Someone who recently told us that they've made 10 times over their investment.
10 times.
And I was just floored by that. I mean, and that's humbling, too.
In 3 months.
In 3 months, because that's humbling. And I think the testimonial's on the website, mycoachondemand.com.
It's incredible.
And that was the first time we heard it. When she did that video, that testimony, that was the first time we'd even heard that that's what it was doing for her. And that's just really humbling to see it helping in that way.
So, it's incredible.
But you have to take that first step in investing in yourself. You have to believe in yourself enough to say, hey, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to start changing. And it's never too late. Whether you're 20 years old, you're 30 years old, or you're 50 years old. Sure, is it harder to change your ways when you're 50 years old? Absolutely.
Probably.
But it might be a little harder, but that doesn't mean it can't be done. You can change at any point in the game and decide that this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to change my whole way of thinking.
And Colonel Sanders waited until he was 65 to make the chicken famous.
That. Yeah. Thanks, Colonel, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. That's why we both have to get to the gym now.
Or no thanks.
Right.
Whatever, however you want to look at it.
But, yeah, we're going to wrap this episode up on that note of make the decision. If you're afraid to make any kind of a decision in life, that's low confidence and fear, which is what?
Quicksand.
That's what negativity feeds on, is low confidence and fear. So if you're afraid to make an investment in yourself, you have to ask yourself, why would a prospect invest in you if you won't invest in yourself? Why would your boss invest in you even more than he or she is already doing
and people
if you won't invest in yourself?
They see your attitude, too. So, I mean, you might think that you're hiding it and you're doing a good job of hiding all the negativity, and you're not. I mean,
you're not. Everybody sees it.
I promise you aren't. Yep. So you need to get it changed. You need to get it fixed, and you can fix it.
Yeah.
It all starts with getting your mind right.
Yeah, it's you. You have to make that decision to say, I'm ready now. And like Mike said, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can do this at any age. I mean, that's just how it is.
Beasts in their 20s tweeting us and contacting us all the time. We got beasts in their 50s and the 60s and up reaching out to us. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, the beast movement it's
global.
It's people love it. They need this. They want it. And I'm just happy that we're the ones providing it.
And if it's helping you achieve success in whatever area you're wanting to achieve success in, let us know. I want to hear about it.
Yep.
We definitely would love to talk to you about it.
Yeah, we love talking to people.
Keeps us going.
Yeah, it makes us. I mean, we know we've got something great going here, but when you get a whole bunch of other people that we don't know, saying, "Hey, we love your work. We love what you're doing. You're doing important stuff." Boy, that just
who doesn't want to hear stuff like that?
Man, it makes me feel incredible that's what keeps me going, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But it made sense to me the first time you'd mentioned that. I thought, man, that's it. We got to be beasts in life. That's how you're going to get more out of life.
You're not a beast, what are you? You're the mouse.
Yeah, you're the mouse running around that's going to get eaten. I mean, it's 2015.
The beast scoops up the mouse.
Just scoops it up and just devours it.
You don't want to be the mouse. Yep. Be the beast.
Yeah. So we should... we just need to do it. We need to get on it. So, all right, everybody, that's the end of the show. That does it for this week's episode of Tom Talk. Mike?
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, loving it. Loving it. Remember, books and audiobooks are available at products.tomricciuti.com. My Coach on Demand. Go to all right, let's take two. MyCoachOnDemand.com to get your beast on. You want to be a beast? You want to turn the beast mode switch from off to on? Go to MyCoachOnDemand.com. It'll give you a really great idea of what you're about to get involved with. It's just going to help change everything for you the way you want it to be changed. It's MyCoachOnDemand.com. Don't forget, we have the Close Like a Beast webinar this Thursday at 2 p.m.
Check it out. We get rave reviews on that.
Yeah, we really do.
So CloseLikeABeast.com for that.
Yeah, go to CloseLikeABeast.com to register. It's a free online webinar. Boy, I cover a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I love to do it because it's people are constantly emailing, tweeting, saying, hey, this is great to have this kind of info. It's really helping me build my confidence. Because that's what it's all about. You've got to have confidence when you're out there selling. You just have to. So, all right, until next week, stay out of the quicksand and dominate like a beast.